welcome back to Music Junqie. As I still continue along this journey of figuring out what to talk about and how to talk about it. Because I don't care how long you've done this, that part can still be hard. But I am here with something extremely exciting that I'm hoping will kick off more WWE content on this page. And again, that will not be the only content on this page, but it is something that I do want to add because it is something that truly brings me joy, and I have been obsessing over it for like a little over the last year, right? Like all last year is when it kind of kicked off for me. But I'm not gonna bore you into how I got into WWE and all that stuff. I could always come back on and talk about it if y'all are interested, but if not, no worries. So starting today is a big day for WWE. And right now is probably like peak time to become a WWE fan. And I've been seeing it all over all the socials because the marketing for this move to Netflix has been crazy. But props though, because it's been very effective from what it looks like. Okay. So today is going to be the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and it will continue to air live every Monday. And after every episode, it is going to be able to be rewatched on Netflix, as well as a lot of older past episodes, PLEs, I think. And there's a lot of new content that they're putting on there that features a lot of the current wrestlers and past icons, things like that, right? So now is a good time to either get into it for the first time, or like I've heard a lot, it's just like if you see it and you're curious because of some type of past nostalgia that you have with it, have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but first, I want to talk about, I did just say there's a lot of content. So between Netflix and YouTube, there's a lot of new content that involves the wrestlers. Okay. And if I keep looking, I actually have notes to make sure I stay on track and don't yap. So bear with me, please. So, okay, first off, the match card and the appearances that we have as of right now. Obviously, a lot can come. There's probably going to be a lot of surprises tonight. But everybody is spending all of their energy into trying to predict what's going to happen, who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to pop up, who's going to do this and say this. I'm not here for that. Like, I watch it. It's fun to see other people's, thoughts on things like that. But I'm not that great at, at like that part of things. I like talking and, having these discussions about it. But as far as predictions, I'm going to leave that to everybody else. I'm going to leave that to y'all who are paying attention to things I may not be paying enough attention to, if that makes sense. So back to this card, and I'm not in order because we still don't know, honestly, which match is going to be the main event. I feel like it's going to be between Roman and Solo or CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Still don't know unless I'm the only one that's out of the loop right now, but as of right now, have no idea. So, and also I do want to point this out really quick. I am a bit disappointed at the lack of women's matches that are listed for tonight. As of right now, we have Liv and Rhea. For anybody who is a fan and is paying attention, a lot of people are tired of the story. I'm not saying everybody, because obviously there are people who enjoy this. But it's kind of like, it's been dragging. It's been dragging since WrestleMania. So, yeah. So, was it WrestleMania? That's bad. I don't even remember. My bad. Y'all, please do not crucify me for this. I kind of missed that part in my notes, but scratch that. So, since the two of them faced off, right, it's been that same storyline with Dom in the middle of it since. Okay. Now, they're the only match, or the only women's match that is on the card as of right now. They were supposed to have the women's IC title finals between Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai, right? But they have moved that to another episode later on, right? But the only thing I'm seeing is they said that they didn't want it to be overshadowed by Rhea and Liv. I feel like that's another conversation. Now, there may be a lot of other women that pop up as surprises. We may get some impromptu matches between women. Don't know. The rumors so far I've seen are Charlotte Flair, of course, and Alexa Bliss possibly coming back. So those are the only two. Not saying those are the only ones. And I know there's a lot of talk because we're all waiting for Jade to come back because we need to know what happened. Who took her out of commission? Since her whodunit situation is the only one that we have not gotten answers for. And I feel like if she were to come back, it would be because it wasn't somebody from the SmackDown roster who took her out the way everybody is thinking. So we'll see. I'd be more excited about her than anything coming back to see what happened. Then we have, let's see. Well, I said Liv versus Rhea. I'm rooting for Rhea. That's it. That's all. Yeah, I can do without Logan Paul and the supposed Hulk Hogan appearance that we're supposed to be getting for several reasons. And it's not all just to do with wrestling. Y'all can look that up. And John Cena is returning because this is supposed to be his last year. This is his retirement tour, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. It's like, I'm curious how much time is going to be allocated to him speaking to the crowd, possibly a promo, and if they're going to do what they normally do and have somebody come out to interrupt him, which will lead to his first match. Not necessarily tonight, but just, you know, his first official match back, you know. Seth versus CM Punk. I'm rooting for Seth, but it should be a very interesting match. And to be honest, I'm not really going to, I don't feel like I'm going to be mad either way with, you know, either outcome. Seth has always just kind of been more of a favorite for me. I don't really have anything against Punk necessarily. I mean, you know, I feel like every wrestler at some point in time does stuff that's going to irritate you. And you're just like, you know what? I'm tired of you right now. So I've had those moments. But as of right now, rooting for Seth. But I'm cool either way just because this story has been really interesting. And the last promo that they cut on Raw has everybody in an uproar leading to this. So we'll see. Roman versus Solo for Tribal Combat. This one got me nervous. Well, actually, you know what? Before we get to this, we'll talk to another match that has me nervous. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. It's, you know, and I saw somebody made a point, like, Jey has been getting laid out a lot lately. Because honestly, before, it was Jimmy. Now Jey has been getting taken out a lot more. He's been being laid out a lot more. He's been getting pinned a lot more. And I don't, this is Drew. The thing with Drew is the equivalent to Liv's revenge tour. It's basically the same thing. Drew is determined to take out everybody in the bloodline at this point, right? Even though he has been defeated by every member of the bloodline prior to now. I don't know if they hit like the reset button to where he thinks he hasn't lost anything yet. I don't know. But I don't know. This match probably makes me the most nervous. I think anything bloodline makes me nervous, honestly. Now, while I have the utmost confidence in Jey to pull this off, there's too many other variables that could mess this up for him. Because we could get an interference. By who? Don't know. It could be anybody. I don't think it'll be Solo because he has his match with Roman. I don't see him doing anything. He can always go send Jacob and Tama to go take care of Jey, since they've been helping Drew anyway. And I don't know what the stipulations are for Drew and Jey either. So that makes me nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm excited to see the the entrances, the pop, the reactions. If we're getting new gear, probably not, but I'm always excited for gear. Just stay with me, you know. Now on to more Bloodline, Roman versus Solo Tribal Combat. Another one that does make me nervous, because I realize now, even though yes it is Roman, I'm still nervous because there's been too much happening, and we have not seen Roman in a while. So, and Solo has been wrecking house completely with everybody lately, and we don't know who else he could be working with, you know, outside of Drew, right? So anything can happen. Again, I don't know what the stipulations are for this match either. Sorry if I haven't been paying attention. Feel free to elaborate below, but I just don't. I don't know. So sorry, I keep seeing things. So with that match, The Rock is scheduled to appear tonight. Per his own words, he said he gonna be there, and it's gonna be a big night for the family, right? Now, is he going to interfere in the middle of the match, or is he going to come before, or is he going to come after everything is done? You know, because it's like, I feel like even though everybody has their theories, we still don't fully know which side he's more involved with, if he's involved at all, right? Or if this is something completely separate from Solo's bloodline, Roman's bloodline. Like, if there's something completely separate that some of us are not seeing, right? And with this one, like, are we going to get a definitive winner, or are they going to try to prolong this anymore? I mean, I don't see that happening, but it's just a thought. There's always options when it comes to this stuff. Who will get full custody of the wise man? Because Solo made it clear, you know, he was like, if Roman wins, I'm gonna, you know, acknowledge him. You can put the Ulafala on him. Cool. But he said, when I win, you have to be my wise man forever. Not forever, though. But he said forever. He said forever. It's like, damn. Okay. And lastly, what did Roman mean when he say this match will change the course of WWE? I mean, obviously, either win can have that effect, and with The Rock coming back could have that effect. But what? Look, man. I mean, like, watching sports in general and watching like your faves compete. I mean, they always make my nerves bad because you never know what could happen in most instances. But this, I have been sat. Okay, been sat, and it's always twists and turns. And then with Triple H in charge, we just don't know what's going to happen. And then with how involved the Wise Man and Roman are in their storylines, and how amazing, you know, the Usos and Sammy and Solo and Jacob have been with everything. It's just like anything could legit happen tonight. But that's the fun, right? We all get to sit up here and have these discussions and, you know, share our opinions, our thoughts, our hopes, things that we would love to see happen, things that we would hate to see happen. But that's the fun. You know, we are having fun. Do not take any of this seriously. Just as far as like, I'm not sitting here like, this is what has to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm mad. No, that is not how I play this at all. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. And like I said, I want this to kind of be the kickoff video for more of this, you know, for like more of these discussions to happen. And I'm excited to be back because, you know, we're going to have to talk about what happened, right? Because I'm sure that's going to be a lot. Like, there's going to be a lot to talk about, and we'll see if we can squeeze it into one video without me completely boring y'all to sleep. So if you've made it this far, I really do appreciate y'all so much. And for those of you who are still fans of this channel, who still come on to check in on your girl, to kind of see what's going on, I do appreciate y'all. I promise there's going to be more things, you know, not just wrestling if there isn't your cup of tea. I just want to share, as many parts of myself and my favorite things, because I know I'm not the only person out here who just loves everything. Like, from one end of the spectrum to the other, a fan of it all, you know. And I love talking about it, and I'm ready to have these conversations. And if I've said anything that's just wrong, please take it easy on me. But like, I'm not like completely new to this, but I would hope some of y'all would know that it happens. We forget things. So I'm not trying to just spread false anything. It's just I'm trying to go off of my memory. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me, please. And I'll be back. So until next time, later, y'all.